Okay, so let's get started. And I think the best place to start when we're evaluating mobile apps, what they do well, what we could do in our own apps for either your business or um, your product in general, is we first look at the registration process, right? What do they do well there? What can we highlight? What can we learn from it? And how can we implement it into your app as a business? So let's take a look at McDonald's here. I'm going to lower my face so we have some more space when we look at these screens. That's good. And let's go ahead and take a look at McDonald's here. I'm going to pull up the image for you to see. Okay, so this is the initial screen. When you first install the app, you're brought to this screen. I like it. It's very inviting. They have a picture of people having fun together. Not only having fun together, they're eating the food. You can clearly see it's McDonald's with the big arch, and they give a good, happy message on it. They do this screen very well. Just the introduction to their app, and you just would simply click continue. Right? Done very well. Another thing they do well is their sign-in screen. It's very quick. It's very easy. As you notice, they don't have like a create account. It's kind of just sign in, right? The reason why I think they do this inside this app is because they want the registration process to be as easy as possible. They don't want resistance. They want you to use the app. So either you sign with a Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook, or you don't have an account with them, it'll simply create an account for you based off of Facebook, right, or Google. Continue with email just brings you to a very easy screen where you sign, with your email, with your password, boom, done. Once again, the reason why they do this is because they want the transition from you downloading the app to you using the app as easy as possible and as quick and painless as possible because they want you to use it, right? They did a really good job on this screen. Very simple, very clean design, very quick. Let's take a look at the next screen here. We have their terms and services. This is a good one once again too. They're kind of getting these little screens out of the way. They're gonna have to ask you it anyways. I think it's a little bit of a resistance to ask this right away, but it's important to get the terms and services out of the way so it shows a quick, easy screen. You click or you check the check boxes, and then you agree to those terms. Pretty straightforward screen from them. They kept it simple, which is good, right? Now this one's interesting here. See, they're using once again, a very simple design. The things they want to stand out, such as like my arch or my McDonald's. They are very clear what the screen is asking you to do. They're asking you to join the rewards program. And then what really stands out is just because it's white, it's pretty much just white, black, and yellow, right? So that big finish registration button really stands out to get you to click it. What I found interesting in this one, though, was that they don't have opt in for points by default. It looks like by default you don't opt into the rewards. The only thing I can think of for this one would be that at the end of the day, if they can get you to use the app and not opt into the rewards, they get increased revenues because you're not getting discounts at that point. It's hard to say what the thought process is. Maybe there's an oversight too. Maybe they're like, oh, we should have had that on by default. Interesting choice not to have that on by default. But I'm guessing that they just wanted to make, well, okay, they'll order stuff without opting in rewards. We don't have to give them rewards, right? Maybe that's their thought process. Hard to say, but that was an interesting thing I seen in the app that they didn't have on by default. But let's go ahead and take a look at the next screen. This should be the final step. Oh no, that was their final step in the registration, but it's not really. We go into a turn on notification. Once again, getting them to have the notifications is important because that allows you to reach out to them when you'd like to, or promotions. So they're very clear on this screen on what they're opting into, right? And they're letting them know right away and getting them to opt into this. I think I'm going to copy this design in my app because I'm doing a redesign of my app, Pump Pal. It's in the App Store. Um, and I'm gonna follow this flow like they have here because it's actually a pretty good flow. But it's very clear. Turn on notifications. Once again, a simple black and white in a big yellow button. Your eyes almost always go directly to the yes, send notifications, and that's done purposely. They want you to just by default because you want to order food, click the button and get notifications turned on. Once again, I think they did that pretty well, and it's definitely something I might use in the future for different projects to get more opt-ins for notifications. All right, what do we got next here? We got they once again. I feel like they go into this screen is trying to get you to put your credit card information in right away. Um, I feel like this is a bit of a resistance, but they chose that resistance because maybe they think checking out later on will be easier. Um, I would think that it will be easier later. Me personally, my opinion is maybe you don't go for the credit card information right away. You would go into that later when they have their cart full, they're hungry, they're gonna click it, and they'll take the time to put that in. But their play is get the information in now, so when they make their order, there's no resistance at checkout, right? At least that's my thought process on this one. Once again, very simple colors. They the big button stands out down here to set up payment because that's what they want them to do in this instance. Um, Definitely, like I said, I feel like it's a little bit of resistance. You can always A/B test this. Like you could have the app to be like, okay, for every other user, we show the setup payments right away, and then the other user we don't set up the payments right away, and they might even have this. I mean, this is only me installing it once, and then over time you collect data on which one actually works better. You might find out that doing this, the credit card setup in the beginning is actually better, as opposed from later. So that's other things you can do on that to start to A/B test different things, what works better to get them to purchase with your app, right? But this about, oh no, we do got one more screen, sorry. And then once they're done with that screen, they bring you into their promotion pretty much, right? At the time when I was getting these pictures and stuff like this, the big art is pretty new. Pretty sure it's pretty new right now too. And they go right into trying to get you to order and buy their new product. Big yellow button at the bottom, order now. Nice clean interface. They show the big juicy burger, looks pretty good. And they try to get you to buy something right now. Now they got you to register, they got you to turn on the notifications, they got them with the credit card already. Try to get them to order something. They might be there for the big arch, make it easy to buy that. But I do think they do the registration process well. Once again, I feel like there's some resistance options. Like I thought it was weird that you didn't want them to opt into rewards. But overall, the registration process is good, and I actually might mimic this in my own app, and keep this in mind for companies' apps, right? Either restaurants or coffee shops or things like that when we go to build. I think they do this process well, and I think we'll go into the main screen next and take a look at what they're doing there. So let's get that started. Okay, so let's go on and take a look at the main screen here. So the registration process is over with. They signed up. They tried to get you to order their new Big Mac, that special they have going on, and then this is the screen that follows up. This is the main seller here. Right away, you'll notice that it still keeps that very clean black and white design. It's done on purpose to get you to notice the buttons. Order now, get McDelivery, order now. It really stands out and makes you want to take a look at what they have, right? One thing of note too is that they have their points in the top right, very clear how many points you have. As you scroll, those points stay on the screen, right? Very clean design there too. I'm guessing in these little promos here, they're dynamically done, meaning on their admin panel, they could swap these trending items out or whatever sale they have with new sale items in the background. I know when I was first pulling these pictures up for the app, the second time I went into it, it was a completely different main screen. So these are definitely being done dynamically or on a server somewhere where they can easily swap these things out. But they did a good job with this one. Very colorful, and they're just trying to get you to order a Happy Meal. Otherwise, if you scroll down, you get they show you get faster pickups by ordering through their app. So that's VIP treatment they call it. Once again, standing out very bright with that yellow color, getting you to click on it. Otherwise, there's a standard menu down below. Overall, I think they did a great job on this main screen. They're highlighting what they want you to see. Um, like I said, these are all dynamically added in the background. Chances are they probably do unit tests on these, or not unit tests, but A/B tests on these to where they show certain items, and then other people see certain items, and they get you to order more, so they kind of get all the analytics on that. Um, but overall, great job in the main screen, and they definitely made sure everything they wanted to stand out is standing out to their customers. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into their order screen here. Right away, um, I notice like very clear of what you're ordering or what order type. Are you gonna pick it up or are you gonna get a McDelivery? You can see right away in yellow right at the top, it's pickup. That's great. Sometimes I have ordered from other people's apps and accidentally hit pickup and didn't realize it hit pickup when I really wanted delivery. So I'm a little biased of what their default is, which is pickup. I feel like if people are using the app, they're probably going to want delivery the majority of the time. But with McDonald's being a fast food place and a drive through, it might be the better choice to be pickup. But I like that it's clear. Like right away when I got into the order screen, um, my eyes went right to what it says, pickup or McDelivery. So that's very clear what it is, so less mistakes will happen with pickup orders, which would probably cost you time in the restaurant of either canceling an order and then adding a new order, then having it delivered to the customer. So having that clear, I think, is a good, not good, but it's a must, right? You don't want mistakes to happen. They might want a delivery, whereas you accidentally hit pickup, right? Otherwise, if you look at the main screen too, it goes right into their menu items. Um, Highlighting right on the top is their little bit limited time big arch. They're showcasing it right away, assuming people want to buy that or they're trying to promote that to get people to buy that. Otherwise, it goes in their extra value menu, and then it just lists the different items they have for sale. Very clear of which each one of these types are and very organized, right? Once again, we have the points on display so everyone knows how many points they have to make their order. Otherwise, I mean, I feel like their order items is pretty straightforward, very clear, very easy to follow along, and, put your order in. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards screen, right? They have a tab in the bottom for rewards and deals, and each one has a tab highlighting what those deals are, right? The first one being the reward screen. It's very clean, once again, keeping to the basic black and white, except where they want to highlight. They have it in that bright red, showing off the points of the app, how many points you have to get their eyes on there. And then you can see at the bottom, they have what's available per points, right? So they got 1,500 points, you can get a McChicken. 3,000 points, you get a medium French fry, and so on. And you can keep scrolling and find what kind of deals you can get with your points. The bonus of this, there's a lot of data that shows that, like, chances are if someone has points, right, it's pretty much a gift card, right? You get a gift card for items in the store. And it's been shown that people spend almost 50% more on than what they are offered. So if they're offered a $20 gift card or reward loyalty points, they're probably going to spend 30, 40 bucks on their purchases, right? So they're going to spend a little bit more than they normally would if they have points available. So they have a really good thing here. Chances are if they're going to get a McChicken, they might get a drink, right? And then that drink will be the upsell. So that's just the beginning point of the McChicken. Otherwise, I think they did great on the screen. Right to the point, shows the points there. and gives them the list of things they can get with their points. And at the top, there's like 2 tabs. So if you select the deals, it goes into the deals screen, right? And these are app exclusive deals you can only get from ordering from the app. It's very clear once again. At the top, they have what the option is, either pickup or delivery. It right there has pickup. You can change it to delivery, and then you get the app exclusive deals that you're offering at that time. Once again, these deals are probably not like set in stone. They probably have a server somewhere where they can, or an admin panel where they can add in different app exclusive deals at different times, and it will show up in this list. But overall, they did a great job. It gets right to the point. It shows your rewards, and it shows your deals very clearly, and the customer or client will have no problem figuring out what they can get with the app. Okay, so let's look at the raw numbers that McDonald's produce with the mobile app, right? That's the important part. What can it bring to a business and the numbers? Obviously, McDonald's is a huge chain, right? So they're going to have some outrageous numbers, but I mean, it doesn't change the percentages, right? I mean, if you do 200,000 a year, but if he does 30% more sales, you're going to get $60,000 more dollars, right? So I mean, just translate difference for your business, right? But this isn't just a feature; it's a revenue generating machine. Mobile apps are, right? So McDonald's generated $37 billion per year from loyalty linked sales. $37 billion from loyalty linked sales. It's estimated that about $15 billion to $22 billion is directly through the mobile app alone. That's a roughly 11% to 16% of all sales coming straight from the app. 11 to 16% of all their sales comes from the mobile app. They had huge user adoption. They have 210 million active users globally, 46 million active users in the US alone. 46 million. Roughly 30% plus of customers are using the app or their digital platform in general. 30%. That's huge, right? There's a lot of people using it, and more people are adopting it from what the numbers are showing. The biggest return on investment. Now, this one's crazy, right? It looks like before the app and the loyalty program, one customer visited McDonald's 10.5 times a year, right? So that one customer came in about 10 times per year before the app. After joining the app, their average visits hits 26 visits per year. That's 2.5 times more visits if they have the mobile app on their phone. That's huge. And that'll be just like with your customers, right? So if you can get them to visit your store, 2.5 times more per year, or your restaurant, or your retail shop, maybe a coffee shop, barber shop, 2.5 more times a year they'll show up. What are some more useful information I found on here? So it's not only an app, it's a marketing machine also, right? So you have promotion hubs, you have the loyalty system, you have push notifications. Some app makers are making like gamifying it so you get achievement points for doing certain things for the business every year. There's all kinds of things you can do. And we're going to be exploring that more as I make more app demos. I'm going to try to find different businesses that are doing it well. What do they do well? One, it's a learning experience for me, so I can find cool systems, we can add it to your systems. And it's a learning experience for you. You can see what's available, what you can do with your mobile app through this channel, right? But yeah, those numbers are staggering, right? Imagine if you make, 300,000 a year, and you get 30% more sales from the same customers. What is that? 90,000 more a year. You might be able to get 2 more employees to help you out in sales. You might be able to save that money up in revenue. Get another store in another location. It could free up your time in the weekends. Mobile apps are where it's at right now. The numbers are showing here. Once again, this is McDonald's app. If you're interested in getting mobile apps developed, I am Justin with Sinnard Technologies. I'll put a link in the description. Just click it and go to hire me, and we can get in touch about maybe building a mobile app for you. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this content. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. If you're on Facebook, please follow my page. Otherwise, you'll have a good day. Thanks. Bye now.